welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to answer your questions. I have my cat Yuki with me and I wanted to do this at the field, but the sky is so great today. I just want to be home and cuddle with the cat. Okay, first question. What's your biggest insecurity / fear about future work with Mira? Okay, so Mira is 2.5 years old, for those of you who don't know this, and I think I mentioned this in pretty much every video. My other cat is possessed, like she's in need of an exorcism, okay. With every youngster, it's like you're flipping a coin in the air, okay? It's like you're going to a casino and you are just spending thousands and thousands and thousands for the fun of it. And what I am worried about the most when it comes to Mira is that I flipped the coin, I placed my bet, and things don't turn out the way I expected them to, because that can happen. It's always a bet with a young horse. If I was buying a horse that was already made and that someone else already trained, then I would know what I'm buying. I would know how high the horse can jump, what the horse is doing on the flat. I would know what I was buying, but at the same time, buying an older horse that is already trained to the fullest of their ability can also come with some problems. So I feel like it's never really ideal. You can never purchase an absolutely ideal horse. So you can place a bet on a younger horse, or you can go out and buy yourself a horse that is already trained and who may also come with some issues. It's like the only difference between going to a casino and buying a horse is that in the casino, you live with your bad decisions for one night. If you buy a horse, you will live with your bad decisions for a long time, and maybe even the horse's entire life. So that's what I'm the most afraid of when it comes to Mira, is that she doesn't live up to my expectations, and then I'm not sure what I would do, because I'm honestly not the type to sell my horses. I want to keep her as a forever horse, same as I'm keeping Alaska, but if she doesn't meet my expectations, I will try to go out and find another horse who does live up to my expectations. But at the same time, I don't see myself buying a horse that someone else already trained. And horses that are already trained and mature, they can come with some issues. And I prefer to avoid those issues altogether by training a horse myself than to just buy a horse who maybe had a tendonitis in the past and it's being kept from me. That sort of information should never be kept from the buyers, by the way. If a horse had a tendonitis or literally anything else that can affect his performance or his health, it should never be kept from the buyer, because the buyer may be willing to buy a horse who had a tendonitis in the past. I mean, I know I'm not, but some people are. And if someone buys a horse who had a tendonitis in the past, it's better that they know the horse had a tendonitis so they can take action to prevent another tendonitis that is sadly too likely to happen, but they can still take action to prevent it. If they don't know that it happened in the past, then how can they know they have to prevent it? And if they don't know that a horse is, for instance, prone to colics, then how can they prevent them? So if your horse is weak on anything or had literally anything in his health history that is important to note to a buyer when you're selling a horse, then please do, because it's not a matter of making the sale harder or easier or whatever, or I don't care. It's a matter of the buyer knowing what they are buying so they can provide the horse with the best possible care. It's just being decent. Question number 2. Have you ever got hurt by a horse during riding or on the ground? Have I ever got hurt by a horse? My left foot is swollen right now because Mira stepped on it accidentally. The other day, Alaska gave me a concussion over a foot fight. I already had a horse roll over me when I was a child because we both fell. The horse wasn't trying to be naughty or anything. He just lost balance when we were going downhill. Oh, I fell on so many jumps. I fell on my feet. I was thrown in the air countless times. Yes, I got hurt pretty badly a few times, but I'm just a masochist. Question number 3. Are you hoping to compete with Mira one day? Yes, I am. She was bought as a show jumping prospect. We will see how it goes. The coin is in the air. Question number 4. What is the biggest you ever jumped? Single jump, it was 1 meter and 25 on Alaska. In competitions, it was 1 meter and 10, again on Alaska. Number 5. How many times have you fallen off? How many times? Girl, I have no idea. Like, it's been hundreds for sure. I know I'm at least on the 3 digits. And I'm sure the vast majority of my falls were from Alaska. If he was kept on a stall for 48 hours and I rode him without lunging first, I knew for a fact I was going to be ejected. I mean, that horse was very, very difficult to handle in the beginning. I attended riding schools. The riding school trainers had no idea how to handle a horse like Alaska because the truth is, turnout is what calmed him down a lot. But at the same time, before he was on turnout and before I even knew we had that field, Alaska was... If you've been following me for a while, you know what stable I'm talking about. He wasn't stabled. He hasn't been stabled since 2016, but we have a stable that kind of has like a backyard corridor, and then it has Alaska's room and a feed and tack room and yada yada yada. So that's the stable where he was being kept after riding schools. And when I didn't ride him for a very long time, I even went like 2 weeks or sometimes even more without riding him when I was getting my degree in veterinary nursing. He had enough space to move around here, but he didn't have enough space to get his energy out. So what I would do when I rode him, and he was very energetic, it was riding him in tight circles. First at the walk, then the trot, and then the canter. And then he wouldn't have the space to just have those energy bursts and buck me off. So if you have a very hot horse and you struggle to stay on your very hot horse, this may be useful if you don't have the turnout option, because let's be honest, turnout is the best way to keep a hot horse under control. Number 6, your favorite horse. It's Alaska. I mean, I grew up on that, guys. So yes, Alaska is my favorite horse. I think he will always be a special one to me. But if we are talking about all-time big champs, then Kidam de Reven. Number 7, will you do like small jumps in Liberty with me? Oh my god, I really want to. Yes, that would be so much fun, but at the same time, I am not sure I can do that. We are still working on the basics. I am still trying to teach her boundaries, and that's something that will only happen over time. So right now we are just working on the basics. I'm just doing some pole work at Liberty with her because I feel like she does it better in Liberty than she does it in hand. She doesn't really like it when I have a halter and a lead rope and I'm just trying to take her somewhere, because she got used to me taking her to the pen like that. If you saw my previous videos, then you know. But at the same time, I don't really want to train her with the halter and the lead rope just yet, because if someone tries to steal her, then if she doesn't go, she's much harder to steal. I mean, I don't think anyone can catch her with Alaska there, but at the same time, you can never be too safe. And some of my closest friends know that yesterday when I was driving by the field to put Alaska's rug on him, I saw a car that I don't know, with the license plate I don't know, and I have a video of the car and the license plate parked at the entrance of the field. The boy was inside though. I saw the boy's face. So if he tries anything, if literally anything happens, he will be on top of the suspect list. Quite frankly, I have too many people on top of the suspect list. Number 8. I honestly love my friends. This is such a funny question. Do you have a date for your start as a mugger? No, I swear. This sounds so weird, but like inside stuff, okay? Inside stuff. Some of my closest friends know about something that isn't quite out yet, but I posted a sneak peek a while ago, so if you're paying attention to my socials, you know what's coming. Anyway, that's it for this Q&A. Both my cats left me, so I don't have a cat to do the outro with. But I do hope this was entertaining and enlightening, and thank you all so much for your questions. You are wonderful. I love you so much, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.